This is Jay Wilson, and tonight we will talk size. Pellet size, that is.
What's going on YouTube? It's Jay Wilson, JWill07, Instagram, Twitter, Jay Wilson on Facebook, NORTHFINUSA.com, Facebook and Instagram. So what are we here to talk about today? Millimeters. No, not ratchets, not sockets. Millimeters in terms of fish food. NORTHFIN fish food, that is, from NORTHFIN USA. Public service announcement brought to you in part by NORTHFIN USA. Now, here's the deal. There is this preconceived notion in the fish food industry that all 1mm and 2mm are the same. Wrong. That is wrong, because some machines cut very differently. So when some people come to purchase NORTHFIN at NORTHFIN USA, they say, well, the 1mm was extremely small compared to, beep, last major brand. Well, I'm here to tell you that the actual 1mm, 2mm, 3mm, etc. are our actual sizes of the pellet. Now some will say, well, I requested 1mm from the last brand, they gave me 1mm, but it was bigger than your 1mm. Well, I think there's this idea that bigger is always better. Well, that's not the case. Because let's say you can't get that food anymore and you go to switch foods, and now the millimeter is a little bit smaller or much larger than what you anticipated. Well, now your fish may not take it. Not because they don't like the food, but because they don't like the size. Yes, size does matter. Are you tracking? So here's the deal. There's a wide variety of millimeters when it comes to NORTHFIN fish food. Whether you're buying veggie, krill, cichlid formula, carnivore, kelp wafers, chopsticks, whatever you're buying, there's always a millimeter for you and your fish. We've got 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 13, and 3mm sticks. I'm going to show you a card later on in this video so you can get an idea, and it will be posted on our website. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a quick guide on what you should be feeding your fish if you decide NORTHFIN from NORTHFIN USA is the right food for you and your fish. Hint, they're the right food for my fish and very many others, including Southeast cichlids. So if you're purchasing fish from Southeast cichlids, know that they're already getting NORTHFIN and they're already acclimated to that food, so you have no issues. Alright, so here's the deal. If you're running medium fry to 2-inch, you're looking at about 1mm. Anything in the community range is going to be 0.5, potentially to 1mm, deciding on the size of your community tank. But typically it's a 0.5mm. The 1mm is going to be to that medium fry all the way to 2 inches. 2mm is going to be that 2.5 to 4.5 inch range. 3mm is going to be all the way up to, you guessed it, 6 to 7 inch fish. Once I get outside of 7 inch fish, it's okay if they're taking the 2 and 3mm, that's perfect, because you're going to have fish that are slightly smaller and fish that are slightly larger. Now if you're getting into fish larger than 7 inches, you have choices of 4mm, 6mm, and a massive disc. I'm telling you, carnivore is huge. It's 10mm. So here's the deal. There is always a size for you to choose. Know that when you buy NORTHFIN, you're going to get the actual millimeter size. Nothing bigger, nothing smaller. Disclaimer, if it gets crushed at the bottom of the bag or it accidentally breaks, then yes, it'll be slightly smaller. But you can rest assured that if you're buying 2mm or you're buying 3mm and you're buying it for a certain size fish, that's going to be the right size for your fish. If you live by that measurement, granted, that is my own measurement, not anything that's endorsed by anyone, then you should be okay. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comments. If you have other questions that you'd rather not leave in the comments, you can always email NORTHFINUSA at northfinusa@gmail.com. Pretty simple. Maybe videos starting on Thursdays, but definitely videos coming every Monday. Rest assured, yes, you must, public disclaimer, please be a member of the ACA. It helps. You know what's next.